Hi guys, if you're new here, I'm Justina, and in this video I show you what I eat, and I want to encourage you with this video to trust your hunger drive, because so many chronic dieters, binge eaters, they have issues trusting their hunger drive. In the past, when I was a chronic dieter and when I dealt with binge eating, when I had a very hungry day, let's say for breakfast, I was super hungry, I did not trust my hunger drive. And if I ate more, I had this all or nothing mentality. I assumed that, okay, now I ate more than usual, screw it, I can eat everything, junk food, etc. But this is the wrong approach, this is the wrong mindset when it comes to healthy eating. And when it comes to satiety and your hunger drive, and even to weight loss and in beating binge eating. Our hunger drive is dynamic. Let's say you burned a lot of calories the day before because you exercised, whatever. Eating is like peeing. Your body knows exactly how much it needs when you let it do its job and when you focus on eating the foods you were designed to eat, like whole natural plant foods. And if you do that, you can trust your hunger drive to 100%, I promise you. It's nothing wrong with you when you feel more hungry. The problem just is that so many people, or especially women, they try to reach a super low weight that's not in their genetic makeup. And because of that, they think they can trick their hunger drive. Of course, you can do that to some degree, but sooner or later, your hunger drive, your famine defense mechanism will kick in and will send huge hunger urges, even binge urges, and to compensate for all those calories you missed. I filmed this video to encourage you to trust your hunger drive, and in the end of the video, you will see what happened because I listened to my hunger drive in the morning and I was not surprised by it that I ate more than usual. I allowed myself to eat as much food in order to feel full and satisfied. And sometimes it can happen that I need more than usual, and it's nothing wrong with that. One part of weight loss, of beating binge eating, of solving other food and diet related issues is the food freedom that all people desperately desire. And this only comes when you let your body do its own job. There are some things in life you can control, but you cannot control your body's functions. You cannot control your nervous system. You cannot control how much you pee. You cannot control how much hunger you have. You can just give your body what it needs. This is what you can control. And with food freedom, the following is true. And many chronic dieters, they don't believe it. They think there's some magic trick, or there's some magic approach and that they are not aware of and they did not try yet and so forth. But the magic trick is the more food you eat, the less you will think of food. And the less food you eat, the more you will think about food. That's the trick. The problem is within our modern world, the pleasure trap. If you're not familiar with this concept, I have a video on that. I link in the show notes. The pleasure trap disturbs the functions of our nervous system. And then people gain weight because of that. And as a result, they don't trust their hunger and fullness cues anymore. As soon as you give your body the right foods, this whole process will do its own thing. And I highly encourage you to listen to your hunger drive. And I have a suggestion for you if you want to experience that food freedom I talk about. Give yourself at least 30 days to eat as much starch as you want. You can have your veggies, you can have your fruit, but have your starch and eat until satiety and see what happens. Let's say your weight stays the same, or you maybe gain 2 pounds because you were underweight, whatever happens. But the most of the time, what I've experienced, people stay at least at the same weight or lose weight. But the problem is that some women, they so deeply desire to be at the lowest BMI possible. It's like tattooed in their brain, in their nervous system. It's like the only goal there. It feels like that's the biggest and only goal they have in life, or the most desired one. And one tip of mine, let go of control for 1 month and see what happens. In my personal experience, it is not worth it to weigh 2, 3, 4 pounds less compared to having food freedom. These couple of pounds are worth it to eat as much as your body desires. You don't think about food anymore, you have more energy towards other goals in life. And to be honest, most people even don't care about if you weigh 2, 3, 4 pounds less, and many people even don't see that. It's just that some people, especially women, they have a super critical internal audience that sends them disgust signals with their weight loss progress, or when they're stuck at a specific weight. But this is something where you have to beat your genes. Even if your mind desires to be at that, by experimenting, by gathering new information, maybe you can let go of that desired goal. It is not worth it to only stick to veggies, only having one potato, and constantly thinking about food all day long just in order to weigh a certain weight. Believe me, it is not worth it. Your health may suffer, you may feel cold all the time, you may lose your period. There are so many things that can get wrong when you don't eat enough food. It is not worth it, period. Just try it out, be encouraged by this video, and see what happens. Okay, enough blah blah blah. Enjoy the video. I typically start my day with some steamed vegetables. I use broccoli most of the time because, in my personal opinion, it's the most filling vegetable ever. As a second, I had some carrot cake oatmeal. The recipe I linked down below with some flax seeds. And this oatmeal is super filling with the carrot, and if you want it to be extra filling, use an apple. This time I used the variety Velland. If you have never tried it, try it out. It is so tasty. Apples are my favorite fruit in the world. I know, it's super boring, but I am in love with apples. Usually this keeps me full, but this morning I was extra hungry. I don't know why, but I trusted my hunger drive and I went on with some microwaved sweet potatoes. I steamed them for around about 8 minutes on 800 watts. Look at this, full of sweet potatoes and squashes for free. I'm in heaven. This is a farmer. He offers the sweet potatoes and the squashes for free because they don't look supermarket conform. This is heaven for every vegan, plant-based human being on earth. This is just the beginning, so I guess I will stay here another hour. Find my sweet potato treasures and pumpkin treasures. Sorry, I'm out of breath. Guess what I will eat the next weeks? Sweet potatoes and sweet potatoes. When I steam the sweet potatoes in the microwave, they get less mushy than in the oven, especially the orange ones. And then I top it with some cinnamon. And because I'm still hungry, I took another apple, and believe me, I'm super picky when it comes to apples, but the variety Welland tastes bomb. As a starter, I had some steamed zucchini. I microwaved them for 7 minutes at 800 watts. Maybe you already noticed that I prepare a lot of foods in my microwave. That's because it saves up a lot of time and the vegetables don't get mushy. For my main dish, I use some black-eyed peas, pinto beans, steamed mushrooms, pumpkin, boiled potatoes, and spaghetti squash. And I topped it with some avocado. I know what you think. It doesn't look appealing, but I prefer it to mix everything together. And as usual, I'm unable to eat properly like a human being. I was still a bit hungry, therefore I ate more potatoes. I have a sister in Russia and we both go crazy when we run out of potatoes. I guess it's in our genes. And for dessert, I had some frozen grapes as usual, and I'm like a horse, I like to chew on hard foods. Look how beautiful this plant is. I bought it today. I enjoy having plants, and because I'm status deficient, I just wanted to show you my new plant, and please give me all these team signals for my beautiful plants. And one tip of mine is, if you're currently dealing with binge eating, with other diet related issues, weight loss issues, whatever, find a new hobby, a new passion in your life and get good at it. It will distract you from this burden of weight loss, thinking about that all day long. If you have weight to lose, you do the right things, you will lose weight, I promise you. But besides that, find other things in life that are worth living this life, because this life is full of suffering, but there are so many beautiful things in life you can do, and stop wasting your time focusing on the last 2-3 pounds you cannot lose. Life is too precious and life is too short for wasting your time by focusing on losing the last 2-3-4 pounds. Get a new hobby. Plants are a nice hobby, and maybe one day I will get a pet. But for now, I'm a good plant mom. Wisdom of the day: one salad a day keeps the constipation away. For dinner, I had a salad mixed with some black beans, some olives, and a balsamic vinegar dressing mixed with a teaspoon of mustard. Usually I need more starch for dinner. I typically use some rice or some buckwheat or another potatoes, but today I was super full already because I had a big breakfast, and I highly encourage you to trust your hunger drive. When you do that, you can see that your nervous system is designed to perfectly balance this out, and I promise you, you will get better at it, at trusting your true hunger drive. For dessert, I had some blueberries to satisfy my sweet tooth. If you need help with this, you can contact me. I'm here to help you, and I'm here to find a way for you where you can eat the foods you desire, where you feel healthy, where you're at a healthy BMI. I will never promise you to help you to reach the lowest BMI possible. I know what to do to reach that, but it is not worth it, and many people go back to old eating habits because of that, because they end up in the ego trap, because the diet is too restrictive, and this is not my goal for you. My goal for you is to have food freedom, to not think about food all the time, just enjoy your food, go on with your life, find more enjoyable things in life, and be at a healthy weight. Who cares if you weigh 2 or 3 or 4 pounds less? Nobody. The only person who is concerned about that is you. And I understand that you don't care what other people think, you just feel more comfortable at the specific weight. But believe me, that it's worth it to make an experiment and to see what happens if you can eat all the healthy foods you desire. It is worth it. I cannot repeat it enough. Okay, if you need help with this, contact me. I'm here to help you with that. Let me know what questions you have, and if you want to learn more about healthy living in the modern world, subscribe to this channel, and see you in my next video. Bye bye. Still hungry? Eat some starch.